If you are in my Closet Edit Bootcamp program, you know that there are basically 3 steps plus a 4th maintenance step. There are 3 steps that I teach in that program. And if you're interested in the program, I did drop the link in my description box here. But the 3 steps are, in a nutshell, the getting organized step, which is kind of where I am right now, which I kind of enjoy. Like, that's an easy one, sort of. Number 2 is the kind of what I call the low-hanging fruit, or the no-brainers, which is also kind of easier and kind of fun, because that's where you're picking out things that, you're either picking out the things that you're keeping, so it's an easy decision, or you're picking out the things that you're like, why is this even in my closet? Either it's trash, or it's completely just doesn't belong there, or for a fact you don't want it and you're donating it. Those easy decisions, those quick wins, that's one of the second step. It's also an easy step. And it's, you get that immediate gratification, because you do get to haul that bag away, or, you start to see things better, and that's great. But the real transformation comes in the 3rd step. And it's the 3rd step that people get hung up on, it's hard. So people, myself included, kind of stop. You get to those hard decisions, and you're like, oh, I took my bag away. My closet's better than it was. I'm good for now. I'm going to delay these hard decisions and just leave them there. And that's what I want to talk about today, because the first, like anything else in life, the easy steps, you can do that, right? It's the hard stuff. And that's where you're going to get the transformation, is when you do those hard things. And I want to try to make them easier. And I'm going to do that by identifying the 3 mental roadblocks that I have, and that across the board, all the women I've worked with over the years fall into these 3 categories. And then I'm going to give you some practical tips to overcome these roadblocks, okay? The first one is fit. Now, there's obviously the obvious question of fit. Does the item fit your body? Is it too big? Is it too small? That's one part of fit. The other part of fit is lifestyle. Does it fit your lifestyle? Does it fit the way you live today, your current lifestyle? Okay, that's the first mental roadblock, fit. Number 2 is sentimental, the sentimental values, or not in values, the sentimental hang up. Are these clothing? Is this clothes, or is this a memory? Okay, that a lot of times that is a roadblock. That's kind of an easy one, but that's number 2. And number 3 is another very common one, and that's the financial roadblock. The I spent good money on this roadblock, mental block, or the I just bought this, recently, and it's perfectly good, and I again spent good money on it. Those are the 3 things that make it hard to make decisions about whether something stays or goes. Okay. Now, the overwhelming concept, the main concept you need to keep in mind as you're going through these exercises is your wardrobe consists of the clothes you wear. It doesn't consist of everything in your closet. It's not really part of your wardrobe if you never, ever wear it. And if you never, ever wear it, it's not part of your wardrobe, and it doesn't belong in your main closet. Keep that in mind. Now, we're going to start from the top with fit. And I take a very practical stance on this. I'm not someone that's going to say, if it doesn't fit your body today, get rid of it. Or if it doesn't fit your lifestyle today, get rid of it. That to me is it's not realistic, because we are changing people, especially women my age, a lot of your ages. Our bodies change daily, practically, definitely weekly, monthly, whether like it or not, things change. And right now, in case you didn't know it, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so a lot of our lifestyles have changed dramatically. So to say, well, I'm not going to the office anymore, so I'm going to get rid of all my office clothes it's not realistic, right? We don't have endless money to go buy new things, and that's just not smart. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for our wallets. It's not smart. It's just, we're not doing that. Okay. So I'm not going to tell you this if it doesn't fit your body or your lifestyle to get rid of it. But Here's a strategy that you can use. Simple. For fit, I'm not going to get into today. I will on another day, and I'm going to have my Carol, my local favorite psychologist, body image person, to come talk about this. But the whole "does it fit you today" question. In order for it to be in your closet, it does need to fit you today. And I know we all hang on to things that we loved, that we used to be able to wear, and we think, oh, if only I lose 5 more pounds or 10 more pounds, I'll be able to wear that. That's fine. But here's what you're going to do. For those pieces that just do not fit you, you're going to look at them, try them on, make sure they really don't fit you. Sometimes I see women say, oh, that's not going to fit. And then they try it on. They're like, oh, wow. As a matter of fact, it does fit. I mean, a lot of fabrics are a lot more forgiving than we think, and things, you might be surprised. So you're going to try it on. You're going to have a full length mirror. You're going to have good lighting. You're going to try things on as you make these decisions. That's very important. I recommend taking a selfie versus just looking in the mirror. For whatever reason, it gives you a better view. Okay. So if it doesn't fit you, then you're making the decision that says, if this fit me, would I wear it? Do I like it? Did I like it when it fit me? Did I feel good in it? Was it comfortable? Because anything that's not comfortable, if it's like a sweater that's itchy or pants that just, the rise isn't right on you. If it wasn't comfortable when it fits you, it's not going to be comfortable the next time it fits you either, most likely. And you're not going to wear it. So get rid of it. But if it's something that you say, you know what, if I lose 5 pounds, these pants are favorites. I want to keep them. They're great pants. They are in style. They're on trend. I love the way I look and feel in them. Then they go in the box. Okay. Or they're going to go in a box out of your closet, and you're going to label that box, size fluctuation. That's a great term for it, because this applies to clothes that are too big as well. Maybe you've gone through weight loss. I know a lot of you have gone through big weight loss over the pandemic, so good for you. And you have clothes that are too big. If they're really too big and you're never going to be that size again, donate them. But if they're just a little too big and you think, well, things change and I love these pants, but they're just a little too big, you might want to put them in the size fluctuation box. Maybe have 2 different ones, one for the too big clothes, one for the too small clothes. But the trick, in order for them to go into that box, again, they have to be in style. You have to like the way you look in them when they fit you. And you're not just putting them in there for a willy-nilly amount of time. You're not going to assign a weight. You're not going to say, I'm going to wear these when I lose 10 pounds. No, you're going to give yourself a date, and you're going to put it on the box, and you're going to put it in your calendar, a reminder on your little iPhone, and say, okay, on this date, whether it's 6 months from now, 3 months from now, a year from now, depending on what we're talking about, I'm going to go to that box and I'm going to try those clothes on. And if they still don't fit, they're gone. They get donated. Okay? Because when you're doing this, you need to think, and before they go in the box, when you're asking yourself, am I keeping them? You're also asking yourself, am I willing and am I currently committed to doing what it's going to take to make these things fit? If these things are really small and you wore them in 2004, before you had kids or whatever it is that realistic? Are you at a point in your life where you're willing to say, I'm going to do what it takes? Yes, I am going to lose the X number of pounds it takes, and I have a plan to do that. Then let it go in the box. Otherwise, you're just taunting yourself. You're just it doesn't make any sense. And for those people who like to keep their skinny jeans, or by skinny I mean their jeans that fit them when they were smaller, doing that is not motivating. I mean, maybe for some people it is, but especially if it's hanging in your closet, something that just doesn't fit you, that you really wished fit you. Is anyone motivated by that? Does anyone change their habits because of something? And if it does, then that's great. But for most of us, it just makes you feel badly, and it taunts you, and then it doesn't really affect your habits. So get it out. Put it in the box if it meets the criteria, or donate it. Okay? So that's your items that don't fit your body today, literally today. Because remember, only things that are part of your wardrobe are things that you can and do wear right now. Everything else needs to go someplace else. not necessarily out of the house, but out of your actual closet. Okay, so you got your size fluctuation box or boxes. Now let's talk about a huge one right now. This is my personal biggest issue, and that is fitting your lifestyle. Okay, a lot of us used to go out more. A lot of us used to work in offices all the time, 5 days a week. This has changed for pretty much everyone. This has changed to some degree. A lot of you wear scrubs, are nurses, God bless you, and wear a uniform or scrubs every day. And maybe that has changed, or maybe that has put you, in a different mindset as far as your closet goes. So lifestyle is big, but I want you to take the same approach with lifestyle as you did with the size fluctuation, and ask yourself those same questions. If I had a lifestyle that, this item applied to, let's say it's a blazer, let's say it's a work blazer, and you say, this is when I was working in an office a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever, this is like a favorite blazer. I don't go to an office anymore. I never wear it. Ask yourself, if, God willing, 3 months from now, everything's better and we're going back to the office, am I going to want to wear this jacket? Yes. Then put it back in your closet is my advice, because it's a blazer. Because the other thing about these kind of lifestyle things to ask yourself, if it's something that you do love and you love the way you look in it and you love the way you feel in it, and it feels on your body, both the way it makes you feel psychologically and the way it makes you feel like sensory. I know a lot of people have sensory issues with clothing. If it's itchy and uncomfortable and it pulls in the shoulders, that's not going to change, ladies. It can go. But if you like the way it looks on you and you like the way it feels psychologically and physically, then put it in your closet. If you can answer the question, where am I going to wear this now? Using the blazer example, for me, I haven't worked in an office in, I don't know how many years, but I still love a good blazer, and I have a handful of blazers. I could count them in my head right now, probably 5 or 6 blazers. And I keep them in my closet. And they're almost all are year-round blazers, with 1 or 2 exceptions. And I try to wear them for my at-home lifestyle, or, if I'm going out. A blazer is something that you can wear casually or to the office. So if it's something that you can put in your closet and try to give it some life, do that. Don't just say, well, it's a blazer. It's pandemic. I don't wear a blazer anymore. I'm going to sell it, or I'm going to get rid of it. If you're really never going to wear it, do that. But if there's a chance you can wear it now, or realistically you would wear it, your lifestyle is going to go back to that blazer lifestyle, put it in your closet. Or if it's an item that is not part of your lifestyle now and probably won't be for a while, but you still love it, and you love the way you look and feel in it, put it in your kids' closet. Take a section of their closet. God knows they don't hang up their clothes anyway, right? Or maybe they don't even live in the house anymore. Take a little section, small, we're being finite here, and stick those clothes there. And then again, put a reminder on your phone, in your calendar. I'm going to go to that closet in X number of weeks, months. Don't put it out too long, and think about the seasons and say, do I still love this? Would I wear this, when the world comes back? And then decide. Okay. So that's our first mindset. Mind block, the fitting your body, fitting your life. And those are tips for how you're going to address those questions. Okay. I should stop and see if I have any questions, but I really can't tell. So I'm going to just forge ahead because I have a lot here. Number 2 is the sentimental. Okay. I'm not a very sentimental person. I get it from Mary. Like, I'm sentimental, but I try not to tie too much sentimentality to things, but I know a lot of people do. And I wish I was a little bit more that way, to be honest. I'm kind of like, check it. Kids artwork, check it. But if you are very sentimental, then you're going to get an even smaller box. The smallest box you can find realistically, smaller than, some of these other bins that you're going to store things in. Because if it's sentimental, you can't have a lot of it, because then it's just not really that sentimental. You have to be very choosy when you're picking your sentimental things, because clothing is functional. Clothing is meant to be functional. Clothing is not a memory. If it's, you can take a picture of it if it's just a memory. Take a picture, save a picture of yourself wearing it at a very special time and put that in a frame and check that off your sentimental bucket list, okay? But keeping it in your closet just because, oh, you know, I wore it to my engagement party or to my daughter's engagement party, but I'm never going to wear it again. Take a picture, save a picture, but put the item, either give it away if you're really never going to wear it again, or if you just absolutely can't part with it, that is fine too. But you're going to have that small receptacle and you're going to put it in there and you're going to label it and you're going to put it someplace safe where it's not going to get damaged, and you're going to take it out of your closet because it is what? It is not part of your wardrobe, right? Because you don't wear it. Okay? So I'm not telling you to get rid of it all, but you've got to be selective as to what stays and put it in a box and then remove it from your closet. Okay? So that's easy, right? Tell me, is that easy? I think that's kind of easy. I have very few things that fall into that category, but everyone's different, you know? So that's number 2. That's the second mindset roadblock. To review, number 1 is fit, both fitting your body, fitting your lifestyle. Talked about that. Number 2 is sentimental, and you're going to either take a picture, save a picture, frame a picture, or you're going to put it in a small little keepsake box and tape it up and put it somewhere that's not going to get wrecked by the elements. The attic, basement, you know your house better than I do. Okay, number 3 is a big one. It is the financial indecision, when it's a financial issue that we have. And while I'm going on to number 3, I'd be curious, let me know if any of this is resonating with you. Like, which are these areas that you get stuck in as you're deciding what stays and what goes? Because I know I do. I get stuck in especially the number 1 under fit my lifestyle. That I have a lot of things there that I just can't part with because I'm like, I want to be going out again soon. I want to be going out of my house more soon, and I love these items. That's where I get hung up. And then I also get hung up on this third one, the financial, that I paid good money for it, or I just got it a month ago, you know, and I took the tags off. I can't return it. If you just got it 2 weeks ago and you're questioning it, return it. I guarantee if it's 2 weeks ago and you have the tags and you're really not you're really questioning it, then return it now. Companies, retailers very few are going to tell you after 2 weeks that you can't return it if it has the tags. I don't know of any. So if you haven't worn it in 2 weeks, chances are you aren't if you just got it. So return it. Bye-bye. You can always rebuy it down the road if it's a mistake, but if it still has the tags on, unless you're like, yippee, I can't wait to wear it, return it. But the real financial difficulty one I'm talking about is the thing you bought and returning's not an option, and it was either something that's expensive. It doesn't even really matter if it's expensive. You did pay good money for it, and you really are like, oh, I kind of wish I hadn't bought it. I really don't like it, but I can't get rid of it because it's so good. Like it's in great shape, and I just bought it, or it cost a lot. It was a designer purchase and it cost a lot. Either one. This is what I'm going to tell you for that. And I'm going to work really hard to take my own advice. Number 1, if it's something that you bought, and I have a pair of jeans in the top of my head, I should have brought them down. Does anyone remember the Zara jeans that I went and bought because they were internet famous? Everyone was on TikTok buying them, and I was like, well, everyone on TikTok is buying them, and they weren't. They were like $30. I'm going to buy them. And I took a couple pictures. I've posted them in my group a couple times. Every time I go to put them on, I put them on and I'm like, these are just not me. Like they're just really high-waisted and really wide-legged and really long, and just they're a lot of jean. And I always change out of them. But I'm like, but I just bought them and I've only worn them once in public. I can't return them. I already cut the hem off. Definitely can't return them. But they nag at me because I was like, Beth, you are a sucker for buying those jeans. Why did you buy those jeans? And why aren't you wearing them? And every time I see them, I just get this. I beat myself up over them. So I'm challenging myself. This is what I would challenge you to do if you have a similar kind of thing. If I don't wear those darn jeans in the next week and put them on and really like the way they look, they're going in the giveaway bag. No question. 1 week. I'm giving myself 1 week to figure out how to wear those crazy, they're not even crazy, those Zara jeans that are perfectly fine, but for some reason I'd never wear them. So I'm giving myself 1 week. Okay? So I would challenge you to do that. The other thing I would say, if it's something that's expensive, something that maybe you bought a year ago that you just don't love, or it doesn't fit you right, it doesn't, and you just never reach for it, and it was something expensive, you bought it at the Nordstrom sale or whatever, but you just never wear it, I say donate it. Or if it's a name brand and you really are going to commit to doing the work and putting in the effort to sell it and consign it, then give yourself a deadline that I will do this in a week. Like make it a small window of time. Otherwise, it becomes a mañana thing, as Mary loves to say. And those mañana things never happen. They don't happen. It'll stay in your closet, and every time you see it, you'll think, oh, shoot, wish I had that money back that I spent on that sweater, jacket, pants, shoes that I never wear. I wish I could get my money back for that. Well, guess what? You can't. Unless you're going to take the time and effort to try to sell it and try to recoup some money, the money is gone. The money is spent. You can't return it. You can't get your money back. So why not, if you either try to sell it, which takes a lot of time and effort, and to me, a lot of times it's just not worth it, why not donate it, and that person at the Goodwill store or wherever it, your cleaning lady that you donate it to, you give it to as a gift, that they're going to be so thrilled, and you're going to feel good knowing that you're passing on this great item, not your junky junk stuff, this great item, to someone who will genuinely appreciate it. So that's my take on the whole, I paid good money, but I don't wear it conundrum. Okay. Now, let's say you say I pay good money, make good money for it. I do like it. I just never wear it. Well, then what are we going to do, ladies? We are going to wear it. You're going to wear it. You're going to give yourself, just like I'm doing for the Zara jeans, you're going to give yourself a finite amount of time, a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, and put it in the front of your closet and say, I am going to wear that darn $200 cardigan or whatever, blazer, and I'm going to wear it. And if a month goes by and it's in season and you never wear it, then you know it needs to go. In one way or the other, it needs to go. If you're doing the winter style system, just about anything you own could be fit into any of the prompts that I give you. So make a commitment that says, I'm going to fit this premium item that I never wear into one of my daily outfits, even if I'm staying home. See how it makes you feel. And then when you aren't staying home, you'll be like, oh yeah, I love that item, and I have a new way of wearing it, and I'm going to wear it. Okay. So those are the three mental roadblocks that I really think we all get caught up in, and that we could take these really practical. None of this is brain surgery, but it does take, you know what it takes? It takes a decision, and it takes a deadline. You've got to give yourself you've got to force yourself to make a decision and not overthink it, not overanalyze it, not put it off. That's what we do. We overthink it, we overanalyze it, and we put it off. We put off getting things fixed, for example. Like, let's say there's something that, you never got these gorgeous pants hemmed. Are you going to get them hemmed? If you're just like, well, I'm never going to get them hemmed. They're never going to fit me if I don't. Then you have a decision to make. You're either going to sell them, you're going to give them away, or you're going to write on your calendar today, your to-do list, find a tailor, take the pants to the tailor, and give yourself a deadline. You ladies are disciplined people. I know you are. Give yourself a deadline. And I'm again going to take my own advice. Same thing with shoes that need to be fixed, pants that need to be hemmed, jackets that would be just right if you got it tailored. If you're never going to do what it takes to make that jacket fit you, why is it hanging in your closet? You got to be disciplined and take action and give yourself a deadline. Okay? So remember, It's only part of your wardrobe if it's something that you wear. And that's the bottom line. We have too much in our closets. I have too much in my closet. I am all motivated right now to go back to my closet. I've done step 1. I've done the organizing step. The low-hanging fruit, easy numbered step 2, where it's the no-brainers, that I'm going to do a refresh of that. But then step 3 is the big, I call it the great try-on, where you need to take those things that you're not sure about. You need to try them on and make these decisions. And I am going to do it. And I challenge you to do the same. And if you want the step-by-step guide and you want my help there's a private Facebook group just for the Closet Edit Bootcamp. I encourage you to join the program. It's $27. A lot of you already are in it, or a lot of you bought the program a year ago. It's the same steps. Maybe you got stuck at step number 3, like a lot of us do. Go back, dig it out, send me an email. I'll resend it to you. Or I sent you an email this past couple days if you were a member, if you've already bought it, reminding you about it and asking you to join the private group where we're going through it kind of together, because I'm happy to support and give you more of my ideas and some tough love. Okay, but I'm going to take my own advice today, and I'm going to go set my timer. I recommend setting a timer for whatever time you have, 30 minutes, and go just take it by category. Don't just go into your closet and say, I'm going to spend 30 minutes just going through these decisions in my whole closet. Pick a category. Say, I'm going to spend 30 minutes and go through, start with the hard stuff. I'm going to go through every pair of pants that I'm not sure about. Every pair. And I'm going to try them on, and I'm going to go through these exercises and put them in the appropriate box, the size fluctuation box. Hopefully you don't have any sentimental pants, or put them, decide whether you're going to sell them or whatever, or put them back in your closet where they belong and commit to wearing them. Work them into your daily rotation. Okay, before I hang up, I'm just going to see if there's any questions. I have several sweaters that were gifts. Oh, gifts. Oh, I didn't talk about gifts. That falls into sentimental. I read Google it. Marie Kondo, famous Marie Kondo, has a great quote about gifts and how we hang on to things that were gifts because we don't want to hurt the feelings of the gift giver. And I can't quote her because I don't remember exactly, but in a nutshell, here's one thing you can do. One thing you can do is if it was your daughter, like I think you mentioned your daughter or someone that, you could put it on and take a picture of it and say, thank you so much, I love my sweater, and send them a text and again as an additional thank you. And then do what you want with it if you really don't like it. I mean, that's one approach. The other thing that Marie says is the act of giving a gift is a message to somebody that you care. Once you have the gift has been given to you. You've sent your appreciation. You have given your thanks. It ends there. You don't have to keep it if you don't love it. Now you might have asked about like if it doesn't fit or you feel bad getting rid of it. Okay, yeah. So it's from your husband. That's kind of hard. Use your judgment, but I think your husband will understand, or their husband's not even really going to remember. Or my feeling is if it's a family member and they give me a gift and I really don't like it or doesn't fit, they'll understand if you want to exchange it, right? I don't know, but you shouldn't have a ton of that stuff. You should not have a ton of that stuff. And follow the sentimental rules I gave when it comes to gifts. And Google Marie Kondo's quote about it. I'm actually hemming some pants right now. Yeah, that's a drag, but it's got to be done. Lifestyle for Laura is the toughest. I always think I'll miss it at some point. Exactly. And you know what you can do, Laura, there is, because I'm the same way, is put it in that separate closet, out of your main closet, and see if you do miss it. And see if you're like, oh, I want to wear that jacket, then go get it. But if it's 6 months goes by and you haven't missed it, go back to that closet and weed it out. Unless you're moving or downsizing, you don't really have to make all the decisions right away, don't take that too literally because that's a problem I have. I'm like, well, I still have this pretty big closet and we haven't downsized yet. I'll deal with it when I downsize. that's one approach because you figure I've got the space for it. I do love the item, but don't delay decisions too long. If you know the decision, just make it and know you're not going to miss it. You really probably aren't going to miss it. If you're not sure, give yourself a deadline and put it in a different closet. Let's see. Kristen says it's the financial, right? And it's just, you just have to, it's self-talk. You have to tell yourself that money is gone. That money cannot be recouped unless you're going to do what it takes to sell. And you can sell on eBay, Poshmark. Those are the two. Poshmark is the one that I've used. It's relatively easy to do. You can learn how to do it easily. It's just all you need is your phone to do it. It's relatively easy. It's still time consuming though. And you get very little. Those people buying on Poshmark, they are not spending big money unless it's, a Tory Burch something or a designer that is in great condition. If it's just, a Banana Republic sweater, you're going to get maybe $10 for it, honestly. And is it worth it to do the posting they send you the label, put it in the box, write the note for $10. You have to sell a lot of sweaters to make that worth it. Versus just getting the joy of knowing that somebody is going to get this Banana Republic sweater that's in good condition and say, it's how thrilled, and how it could change their life. It's not going to change your life to get rid of it. It could change their life to get it. So I can't tell you what to do with that, but those are the big questions to ask. Catherine gets stuck on lifestyle. I'm right with you, Catherine. Better days are coming, ladies. Better days are coming. So we're not getting rid of all of our stuff. Otherwise, we'd all be wearing joggers and comfortable, cozy sweaters. They'll only be in our closets, right? So my message on that is force yourself, not every day. That's not realistic, but several times a week, force yourself to put on real clothes. I mean, it is a Tuesday. It's Tipsy Tuesday, so I'm not going anywhere today. I'm wearing white jeans with a belt. I'm wearing boots. I even have my shoes on with cute socks. And I'm not going anywhere. And I'm doing it because of my winter style program. I need to walk the talk and talk the walk and all that. But I probably, if I didn't do this on a fairly regular basis, I'd be a mess. I would be a psychological mess. I'd be cranky. So I'm not saying that getting dressed, just get dressed, is going to change your life and put you in a great mood and end the pandemic and end any illnesses you have or troubles you have. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying it will help. It will definitely help. It will make a bad situation a little less bad. And you own the clothes. They're in your closet. We know you have these clothes in your closet. So carpe diem, seize the day, put them on your body. And then at 4 o'clock, when it's pitch dark, put on your pajamas. But at least until 4 o'clock, you had some real clothes on. And you'll be more productive. You'll be less cranky. And just try it. Try it. Give yourself 2 days a week. Say, okay, Tuesday and Thursday, I work from home. Tuesday and Thursday, I'm actually going to put pants on. Pants that have a button and a zipper even maybe, even though you're on Zoom calls all day. It's a weight maintenance or loss trick too. I swear, you are less likely to overeat and eat poorly if you're wearing real pants. I believe that. You really are. So try it. It's a good little trick. All right. Next week, I'm gonna talk about the actual questions to ask yourself, and there are a lot. You can Google this. There's a lot of common questions. I have some practical but somewhat different questions that I would have you ask as you go through these questions, each item, as you try things on. But the 3 mental roadblocks are the things I want you to work on as you go through your closet. Okay. And even if you're not doing a closet edit, even if you're just getting dressed every day, when you pass things over, ask yourself, why am I always passing that thing over? Which roadblock am I falling into? And what can I do to eliminate that from my closet or wear it? Because one more time, ladies, it's only part of your wardrobe if you actually wear it and feel good when you wear it. Okay. So that's my message for today. #JustGetDressed. Have a great day, and I'll see you next Tuesday at noon. Thanks for being here. Bye.